are. We're live. Hi there, Carla Karam here, DSD Domination Dream Team. Sorry about that. My dogs are excited about tonight's broadcast as well. First time being a facilitator here, so bear with me. We have Corey, we have Andy, we have Kim here. We're all in. We're all really excited to be here. I'm really excited to be here. So I'm sorry about the late delay on the getting on live here. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but you know, sometimes we have to wait for good things to happen. So I'm just going to go in order, and since we've had a little bit of technical difficulties, I'm just going to go with my who's like everybody else does on the screen here. And Kim, I'm going to throw you to the wolves here. Kim, I had the pleasure of meeting face-to-face at our event that we had back in May. It was really, really exciting getting to meet everybody. So it's really cool when we're doing these things and we've already connected in person. So Kim, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and take it away here.
Hi, Carla. Thank you so much for inviting me tonight. It has, when we were in Vegas, oh my gosh, it was so exciting because you can connect with like-minded people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. You know, you chat every day on the internet with everybody and like and comment and that kind of thing, but then when you actually got to go to the live event, oh my gosh, it was so awesome to be able to meet everybody and get to know them on a personal basis to where now you genuinely have awesome friendships. Anyways, that's my little plug for the event that already happened in May. I'm Kim Sneed. I live in Branson, Missouri, and I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 2 kids, a son 17 and a daughter 18, and I can honestly say this is awesome for, I forgot I have a husband too. I better put a plug in for him. I'm married to an amazing man for 26 years, and oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Rabbit trail, sorry. Oh, back to doing DS Denomination and what it's done for myself and my family financially. We have struggled paycheck to paycheck like a lot of Americans do, but now that I'm doing DS Denomination, I am being able to do things for my family that the money wasn't there, like taking little small trips and different things to do, and Christmas I didn't have to put it on a credit card, and just building for the future. I can honestly say that this is such a great company to be involved in for stay-at-home moms, and that's who I really wanted to talk to because that's kind of my passion. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and even though I do have teenagers, I think teenagers are just as active as toddlers are at home. Seems like I'm running them everywhere. Even though they have a car, somebody's car isn't working and I got to take someone there, and you go back and forth. But I am so thankful that I'm able to stay home and be there for my kids and be able to run them here and there. And stay-at-home moms, they can work around their kids while they're napping or they're out, you know, doing whatever, and when they go to bed, they can put a few hours in. You can work at your own pace, and that's what I love. It's not something that you have to, oh my gosh, I got to sit at my laptop for 8 hours today if I want to make any money. It's, if you want to sit at your laptop for 8 hours, go for it. There's tons to do in those 8 hours, but most generally people cannot sit there for 8 hours. So if you want to put a couple hours in the evening or whenever during the day, you can still continue on doing it and still be making money, not whereas if you go to a job, you got to think about gas, getting their clothes, you got to get their kids in daycare. you got to worry about meals and all kinds of things. But here at home, I can lounge in my pajamas. If I want to be in my pajamas at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I can, and I'm still making money. And my favorite thing is hearing the cha-ching sound, but it's I get paid every day. What job can you go to that you don't get paid every day? And I think that's important as a stay-at-home mom to think, hey, honey, when he comes home, guess what? I made $150 today, and I didn't even go out the front door. And that's exciting to be able to contribute to the financial situation in our houses. That I feel that I feel a self-worth. I feel like I'm accomplishing something, and I'm not having to spend money. And that's very exciting to know that I invested $19.95 to get started, and I made my $19.95 back in 2 days, and then the rest of the month was profit. So yes, the initial investment of $19.95 is a whole lot better than any other thing I've ever tried. And I've done a lot of different home parties when my kids were toddlers, and I spent more money doing that than I actually made because I thought I had to have everything. But with DSD now, I get on rabbit trails and I see something that I want to sell, but I think, oh, I need to buy that for myself instead. So it's kind of fun seeing all the new things out and everything. But anyways, that's kind of my story.
Thanks so much for sharing, Kim. I can totally relate with you. I've turned into a stay-at-home mom myself, and I have a almost 8-year-old. She's counting down, 2 months away here. She'll be 8 years old, but she's a little special needs. I hate putting that label on her, but the challenge is there, you know. She's got, my daughter Callie's got Asperger's, so I'm not able to get out and about, and school, it was very hard. So to be able to stay at home, work whenever I can. Callie's super active, so half the time it's at night that I work after I put her to bed myself. And lots of times I'll work until 3 in the morning. That's just, you know, you mentioned self-worth, Kim, and I'll share with you, you know, it's when you're at home and you're dealing with life every day, and to hear that cha-ching go off, and to tell my husband I had a couple of sales today, you know, whether it be at, you know, $20 or $150 profit or whatever, that's just little by little it has taken away that stress level off of his shoulders. So I'm all this for stay-at-home moms is awesome, because you truly and truly can really work whenever you're able to around the baby's naps, or whether they're 17, 7, 8, just born or whatever. It's been a blessing in our lives. It really has. But enough about me. So who wants to go next? Let's see. How about Corey? Corey over there. How are you? How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good, Collier. Thank you very much. My story is pretty simple. I'm a full-time dad. I'm a full-time teacher, and I needed something. I've worked in lots of different companies and had success in other companies, but the one thing that I was looking for was something that I could do in my downtime, and that's not very often. I don't have downtime very much, so I needed something that I could do from home that when I was home, I could just sit down and do something and run a home business. And this just fit in really well. I've done other network marketing companies, and I actually own my own mortgage banking company, and those owned me. And this I own. I control when I want to list. I control when I want to market. I control when I want to do anything with training, those types of things, and I control it. And it puts me in control, which was number one for my needs and for my family's needs, because I'm passionate about being a teacher. I'm a full-time educator, and I think it's very important that we have people like myself out there doing that, and this allows me to do that. Allows me to be passionate about the career that I've chosen. It also allows me to make the additional money that I want to make. So it's just it's been a marriage made in heaven for me. after coming through several other companies, and being able to work from home and be with my family while I'm doing it has just been awesome.
Well, that's way cool, and I see that you have somebody sitting there next to you, Corey.
I do. I do. Andrew Gerber's here. Yeah. A little story about that is here in Indianapolis, we do things called listing parties where we get together, our team comes together, and we just have fun. We meet up at Starbucks, and we just list and have contests.
Awesome.
And
I love that.
And we just when we make a contest out of it, it's just a lot of fun, and just create that camaraderie between all of us. And
Awesome.
and so we're here tonight at Andrew's, so we can get on this webinar. And anyway, I'll let Andrew talk from here. But it's been fantastic. It's been a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah. I know you don't have to have a team, but if you got like 6 people at Starbucks listing all together and helping each other, it's just a lot of fun, and it makes it can get boring sometimes when you're just listing and listing and listing like I do. I can just like sit for hours and hours in that, but if you're with other people, it just makes a lot more fun, and you get to share your tips and all that type of fun stuff. But
Fun.
I started from about the beginning last year, 2013, and I kind of got an email about this. I was on somebody's list, got an email about this, and I was at an airport, and my flight was delayed, so I had 4 hours, and I'm like, $20? Oh, I spent $20 at Starbucks waiting, so I bought it at night, and by the weekend I made my $20 back, and you know, I was kind of like, whoa, these changed, and then I did some other home businesses, and I wasn't very successful in those other home businesses because I wasn't home a lot. I'm a service technician, and I travel probably a third of the year. I'm gone. I'm in hotels. I'm overseas. But guess what? This is something I can do from overseas, and as long as I have some Wi-Fi, I can make money. So you don't have to just make money from home. I make money in a small hotel out in the Baltic Sea in Germany making sales. So that's kind of why I did it. It's something, and then when you leave the DS training, you don't need a team. The back office, the support that these own.
Okay, it seems like we're having a little connection problem. I know that I'm here in El Paso, and we're having a storm here, so everybody bear with us. So I don't know exactly where you are, Andrew. Can we hear you again? Or I don't want to cut you off, but I know that we were having trouble with your. I don't know if it was just me either. So please share if you have more to share. But I saw that it was hanging up a lot.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. The main thing I wanted to say is you don't have to just do this from home. I do this. I travel about a third of the year, and I'm overseas. And as long as I have a Wi-Fi connection, I can run a home business. I don't have to be in the area and doing parties. But
Yay!
I know. I love that. I love that.
That was I can do it from the airport. I can do it anywhere I can get Wi-Fi. Anywhere there's a Starbucks, you can make dollars with this company.
Heck, I even going by even McDonald's, let your kids play for a little bit and use their Wi-Fi and sit there and work. And I haven't done that one yet, though. But I totally I love that about it too. As a matter of fact, I have somewhere I need to go here. Here in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be taking off somewhere, and the first thing habit got me to think, oh my gosh, work. What am I going to do about work? Oh, what do you mean, what am I going to do about work? I got DSD. I can take it with me. Wi-Fi, I don't have to worry about anything. So I totally there's just so many blessings and so many. I too have done other MLMs, and you know, the recruiting end of it, or life gets in the way, or I have never in my life. I mean, and I've tried from early in the 20s. I've tried, you know, when I was in my 20s. This was quite some time ago. I tried Tupperware, you know, selling Tupperware, selling Avon, selling so many different things. And DSD Domination is the first home-based business I've ever made money at. I am just so amazed. You know, I don't have to recruit. I just have to, you know, just focus on listing. You know, it is, you got to do the training, and the training is so important, so important. I'm sure you guys can agree. And even I'll get into little slumps or whatever, and I'll just redo the training again. And there's sometimes that I'll miss something I didn't catch the first time. I don't know if you guys have experienced that, but I certainly have. And it's like it's like my little rabbit's foot. Every single time I do some training, boom, hours later I get a cha-ching. So it's a really good motivator. Anyways, we also have here with us, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. He almost looked like the little cartoon the little doodle, you know.
Elroy or whatever it is, the guy at the fence. Hey man, what's going on?
Yeah.
Or what was his name from Tim the Toolman Taylor? Wilson, I think his name was. Yes, the neighbor.
It was sort of like Nelson or some Wilson.
Wilson. Yeah, it was Wilson.
Wilson, definitely. Well, please introduce yourself. And
all right. Well, my name is Keith. See, my mother and I, my mother's name is Cindy, by the way. We've been doing DS Domination for, probably since about October-ish. I don't remember details off the top of my head. She started doing this before I did. She was doing all the trainings, and I'll admit I was skeptical. I didn't think it was something that was going to work. But I was definitely proved wrong. I mean, this program that Roger and Kevin Hokawana and Hitesh threw together for us to use is absolutely amazing. You know, when I'm trying to, you know, get affiliates on the affiliate side in, they look at me like I'm crazy. I mean, there's no way you can make money off of eBay. It's all washed out, you know. But I've shown a couple of them. I've proved it to them, and actually, I believe if Karen, I think she's here. I'm not sure. She's within the chat anyway. When we got her in, she made sales within 10 minutes of her actually starting.
Awesome.
So I mean,
wow,
that was pretty cool. Yeah, just to see that and to see other people's success is amazing. But yeah, I work a full-time job. I'm a baker's, I guess, apprentice, I suppose you could say. I just got transferred into the department. You know, I love my job there, but I pretty much do the DS Domination part as you know, a little extra cash flow. You know, don't want to be a millionaire, but want to be comfortable.
Yay.
well, that's cool. That's way cool. Baker, huh?
And,
Boy, I'd be in trouble.
actually, when I first started working at the company that I was at, I was 222 pounds, and I'm down to 180. So.
Wow, wow. That's quite amazing. That's quite amazing.
Yeah.
So there's just so much. I mean, I've been doing this since March myself, and really skeptical. I don't know if any of you know this, but Kenya's my cousin, and for a while, you know, of course, my Facebook friend, and for a while I was like scoping out on her little comments and stuff, her little, you know, shipping and listing and cha-ching, and I made another profit while I was sleeping. And I know I shared this with her, you know, on my first Hangout, but finally, after so many months of seeing her successes, I think it took us getting our gas disconnected. I was really skeptical, and I just said, you know what do I have to lose here? I need to help. I need to help. We got to do something here. $20, again, like Kim mentioned. It took me a couple of weeks before. The funny thing about it is I told Kenya, I've been selling on eBay for 10 years now. I've had a PayPal account, no problem. I'm ready to go. What videos do I need to watch and what videos do I not need to watch? And let me get going. I'm ready to sell. She just likes watch the training. So then in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I've known Kenya for a long time, and she's actually my husband's cousin, and I've known her for 13 years. Been married to my cousin for 12. Or excuse me, 11. I've known her for 12. We've been married for 11 years. And she's had her struggles. She shared with you, being a single mom, having to, take care of her daughter and all that. And I've seen her, and I've helped her. I've been there for her. And so the tables kind of turned, and I figured, what do I have to lose? She's doing it. I'm not doing anything. And for $20, I hit that on the clearance rack with a few items or something. And like someone said, it's so easy to spend that at Starbucks. Once I started doing the training, I had aha moments left and right. Besides the one that you say, why didn't I think about this? Why didn't I think of this?
All the time.
eBay, or I've been buying on eBay. I mean, I've been a member with eBay since 2003. So that's kind of cool when I call now, because now I've made friends there and stuff. But it really, I was a big skeptic, and it took me a lot to take that step from going from pro to elite. And once I did elite, I'm just going, why was I so hesitant? You immediately make that money back. I made that money back in one sale signing up on elite. My first week with elite, I made up that money, that $100 in one sale. And then it was a no-brainer. Again, I hesitated a little bit with Unleashed, but it's just there's not enough hours in the day for me to get everything done. So it's really been a blessing in our family, and not to say that we're doing the backstroke and dollar bills and all that, but I'm definitely starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel, and I can't wait till Christmas. So here's me hogging. So it has everybody I'm assuming that everybody. Is everybody at Elite or Pro or Unleashed? Has anybody taken the dive into Genesis? Do we have any Genesis or anything?
I have it.
No Genesis, or
I
are
do.
you still?
Kim does.
Yeah, I have it, Nancy.
Can I tell you a little funny story?
Sure,
happened?
Please.
Since you're talking about Genesis, today my daughter that's 18 is in college, and she's been out and away at school while I've been doing DSD. And today we were at Walmart, and I said, she saw me scan, and she says, "What are you doing, Mom?" And so I told her what I was doing, and so then she started handing me things. Well, how much will you make if you do this? Well, how much will this bring in? How much will this bring in? And then she said, and then I kept saying, wow, it's cheaper on Amazon than it is at Walmart. And she goes, who would have ever thought it was cheaper to buy on Amazon than in Walmart? She just thought it was quite interesting.
That, you know what, I've come across that more and more myself, quite frankly. And I got one better for you, Kim. I've used my app at home. I've just plugged in the numbers. I mean,
yes.
We were going crazy at Costco the other day too with my app. But I started using it at home because you can enter the numbers manually.
Yes.
So I've done that as well too. Love that little app. Thank you, Hitesh. You're a man after all of our hearts. Thank you. Listen, hey, and I don't want to take over all of this, but I did want to share one thing. I mentioned to you guys that I started back in March. I started mid-March, and I started plugging away. I really wanted to go thorough through the training, especially since I was little Miss Know-It-All, and boy, did I get shut down really quick on that one. But what I wanted to share is the first month, my profits were only $8. The second month that I was plugging more in at it, and I had a little bit. I'm ADD, and so I had a little bit of a struggle getting my titles down. Okay, the light wasn't just connecting. I just couldn't get it. And then finally, I had an aha moment. The second month, I made $78. The third month, I made almost $200, and then the fourth month, I cleared over $500. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is some of us might start slow, and we may have to struggle a little bit more with the instructions or trying to get through those ADD curtains that God blessed us with. The thing is to have faith, because I cannot tell you how many times I've come across something that it's Roger's training, boom, it's proven to be right time and time again. Time and time again. You're shaking your head over there. I don't know about you, but I certainly have, again, every single time something's come across, and whoops, Roger said this would happen. Whoops, this is what Roger told me. So now, I don't, unless Roger tells me, I don't do it. I just don't, whether it was recorded a few months ago or not.
Yeah, I learned the hard way, too.
This is just...
That's why he wrote the program.
Yeah,
exactly, huh?
My very first sale on another account was a pet product that I originally had sourced in the United States. Well, they sold out, and they didn't notify me that they sold out, and they shipped it from, I believe it was Korea or somewhere around there. So it took 28 days before it got to my customer, and it was my first sale, so it was automatic bad feedback with that, and yeah, oops. So, when Roger says use the sites that, he puts on there that, he trusts, yeah, you got to stick with those, because otherwise you end up with an account you can't use.
Well, at first I'm just going, well, why doesn't he give us, there's a rhyme and reason as to why things are set up the way they are. At first you're excited and you got the adrenaline rush and you just, you want it all. You want it all, really. Even though it was overwhelming and I knew to take baby steps because I wanted to take it all in. I mean, after all, this is what's going on inside of Roger's head, So, and my brain doesn't automatically think like Roger does. But there's a reason why he tells us to just use Amazon and to do what he tells us to do. There's a reason why he gives us what he gives us in Elite. There's a reason why he does what he does with Unleash. Everything has, and I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. It's just proven, I thought, oh, well, I think I'll be smarter. No. The man made a ton of money. Why reinvent the wheel? Why think that you can do it better when he's already done it? Why waste your time? He's already dug that hole for us. He's made that row for us, and he's dug it for us. Why are we going to get all, out of breath, and trying to, reinvent the wheel? So, this Hangout's just not about me. So, I know, and and I'm going, when Kenya and Kat asked me to do this, I'm thinking, are you sure you guys really want me to do this? Because, I can sit there and talk forever. But I'll play nice and I'll share. So, Andrew, your screen keeps coming up black, although I see you when I'm not on there. Do you guys, Corey, Andrew, anything else you'd like to share with us?
Yeah,
or?
I can hear you.
I like to say something that happened tonight. So we had a lady. You guys hear me?
We can
Yeah.
hear you, I just can't see you.
Okay.